Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the 3 pence coin from the United Kingdom from 1962, and we have two of them here. And we have this one up here, which is kind of an interloper. And people are saying, well, what coin is that? Is that the 6 pence coin? Well, no, it's not. This is the 6 pence coin, so you can see it's quite a bit smaller than that coin up there. And this is a 6 pence coin, of course, from 1962, and it says 6 pence 1962. So what is this one? Well, it's from Canada, and it's a Canadian 5-cent coin. Sometimes in the U.S. we call these nickels, and sometimes in Canada they actually call it nickel. And one of the reasons they call it nickel is because it's made of all nickel. And people are saying, what are you pointing with? And that's, of course, my broken bungle swizzle stick, but I do have another stick here of my Dunkin' Donuts biodegradable coffee stick. Well, of course, the wooden one's biodegradable too, but we're going to use these interchangeably. And so what is this nickel here from Canada, this nickel 5-cent coin, or 5-cent coin made of nickel, have to do with these two coins here? And what it has to do with is the idea that the United Kingdom had bronze coins. So this is, of course, the bronze penny, and the bronze penny has this kind of coloring to it. And they didn't have that many coins with this kind of coloring, this kind of more goldish coloring. The way that you get from a bronze 1-penny coin to a nickel brass coin is, of course, you put a bunch of nickel into it. And this nickel goes into the in with the bronze, and you get this kind of different kind of coin. Now, these coins are interesting in a lot of ways. One of the ways that are really interesting to Americans, or United States Americans, is that it's a 3. So we have right here, it says 3 on this side, pence on this side. And we don't have a 3 coin or a 3 bill or anything really with threes. We don't have a 30. We don't have a 300. So when we see this, we're kind of always a little interested. This is a dodecagonal or 12-sided coin, and it has, if we tip it up, the rounded edges all the way around, and there's 12 of them. This is the Mary Gillick first portrait. So we know in 1962, Queen Elizabeth had been, was her 10th year on the throne. But this was not the 10th year they made these. This was the 9th year they made this particular coin. And the reason it's the 9th year they made this particular coin is in the United Kingdom, they do a different version of the coin many times than the first year. And for Queen Elizabeth II, it was no different. So this is the first year, the 1953. We tip it up. See, you have to flip these. So 1953, and you have to flip them sideways rather than up and down. But on this one, we see there's a slight difference. And let's put the two of them together. This is a 53. This is a 62. So we see it says Elizabeth II, Dia Gratia. Elizabeth II, Dia Gra. So they don't even have the Gratia. They start the Gra back here where the Dia is. And then they say, and let's really magnify that. And then they say, instead of Dia Gratia, they say Dia Gra. And then here they say Brit Omn, or Queen of all Britons, and that's Brittons, essentially the people of the United Kingdom. Omn, all Britons. Regina, and so we get to the Regina. So what they did was they took the Gratia out, they shrunk it so that Elizabeth II came down to here rather than way down here. And then they put in, again, back to Regina, FD, and the cross at the top. So this Brit Omn only came out in 1953. If you see one with the Brit Omn on it, with Queen Elizabeth II on it, only came out in 1953. Again, same first portrait from Mary Gillick, just this beautiful portrait. And Mary Gillick does not put initials on her portraits. did not. So this one did not have it, but it's Queen Elizabeth II, the young. I believe she was 29 at the time the coin came out, with a laureate wreath. And then if we flip it over to the back, we see that it says 3 pence, 1962. This is called a crowned portcullis. The portcullis is the gate that they would on the old castles with, either with or without the moat. They would have this gate that they could pull up and to let people in, and then they would put it down in this huge iron thing that people couldn't get through. Of course, you could fire an arrow through it or a gun through it if you had a gun, and these spikes at the bottom to make it stick in the ground, it was so heavy that you couldn't lift it. So it was just the first round of safety. Now, if we look way down at the bottom of the crowned portcullis, we see a W and a G. So the engraver of the back of this coin did put his initials on it, and it was William Maving Gardner. William, no M for Maving, but G for Gardner. And that's his initials on the back, the engraver's initials. Now, why do we have two of these? Well, I wanted to show you this one, and this is kind of a funky coin. It was given to me kind of saying, oh, look what a great quality this is. And the back, you can kind of see that it has some nice coloring on it. The front, however, I'm not so happy with. It almost looks like the portrait got scrubbed around Queen Elizabeth II. This is not a really good condition coin that just has some darkness or coloring around the edges. This is a coin that's been scrubbed. If you look at the two of these portraits, this one actually has a little bit more detail in it in some ways than this one, in terms of the hair. It's at least the same amount of detail in terms of the ribbon. So this is not really a high quality 3 pence coin. It's just one that's been, I think, just cleaned here in the center and rubbed off to give it that nice color. So is this one worth more than this one? No, it really isn't. When you clean a coin, you don't necessarily improve the value of it in any way. So these are the two 3 pence coins we have from 1962, but I also wanted to show you some other coins from 1962, and that's not one of them. We already looked at the 6 pence, so the 6 pence was twice the 3 pence. So there we go, the 6 pence Fid Def. Rather than FD, they put out the whole Fid Def. We see the Tudor Rose, the Welsh Leek, the Irish Shamrock, and the Scottish Thistle on this one. And this is a Edgar Fuller Cecil Thomas, and I can magnify that a little bit for you. You see the EF over here and the CT there for Cecil Thomas. So 6 pence, twice what 3 pence was. And then, of course, this one, we'll have to go down a little bit, is not a penny. It's a half penny. But look how big it is compared to the other ones. And this is Thomas Humphrey Paget, the HP that we see right there. That's a Golden Hind. Sir Francis Drake ship, half penny at the top, 1962. So 6 of these, with a Mary Gillick portrait on them, of course, made one of these. 6 of these made one of these. 12 of these made one of these. And then, of course, we have the penny. And the penny is just huge. 3 of these made one of these. 240 of these to £1 sterling. 480 of these to £1 sterling. So 240 divided by 3 would be 80. So there'd be 80 of these to £1 sterling, the 3 pence. And 80 divided by 2 would be 40. 46 pence to £1 sterling. 83 pence, or threp, some people say. Or some people say threep, but then people say, no, I never heard that, whatever. Threp, threep, 3 pence. And I don't even know what a bob is. You're going to have to tell me. 1 bob, 10 bob, I don't know. But anyways, it took a lot of coins to make £1 sterling, and these are some of them from 1962. Have a great day from DC Coinworld International Coin Channel. And don't clean your coins if you can help it. Or certainly don't clean them if you think they're going to be worth anything. But cleaning the 3 pence didn't make a whole lot of difference. This one here is worth 50 cents. This one here is worth 25 to 30 cents, maybe 50 cents. Maybe somebody give you 50 cents because they like the looks of it better. Again, a nickel brass coin. And in 1962, I should tell you that they made a lot of them. That's why it's not very valuable. They made 51.5 million of these 3-pence coins in 1962. So go ahead and collect it. Go ahead and do what you'd like with it, but it's not going to be worth anything, and probably not worth anything for the foreseeable future, more than $0.25 to $0.50 US. The next thing I should tell you is you can't spend them. These were demonetized on August 31st, 1971, when the United Kingdom went to decimalization. They kept these around for a while. They kept this around for a long time, and because it was equal to 2.5 of the new cents, and so it was half of a 5 new pence coin, or new pence, not cents, of course. So this one stayed around until, I don't know, 1990 or something, 80s. But anyways, these ones went immediately when they went to demonetization with the decimalization. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and put any comments you have in the comments section.